Giacomo Puccini's beloved opera La Boheme takes place in Paris around 1830, mostly in the Latin Quarter. The Act 1 curtain rises on the attic apartment shared by 4 Bohemians. It is Christmas Eve. The near-poverty painter Marcello and poet Rodolfo tried to keep warm by burning pages from Rodolfo's latest drama in their stove. They are soon joined by their roommates, Colline, a philosopher, and Chenard, a musician, who brings food and money he has earned. As the 4 are about to share a toast, their landlord Benoit comes to collect the rent. As Rodolfo's friends leave for the Café Momus, he remains behind to write, promising to join them later. There is a knock at the door. The visitor is a pretty neighbor Mimi, a seamstress whose candle has gone out on the stairway. She is very weak, and no sooner than Rodolfo lets her in, she faints. Rodolfo revives her with a glass of wine. Relights her candle and walks her to the door. Mimi realizes that she has dropped her key, and as they look for it, both candles go out. Rodolfo finds the key and quietly places it in his pocket. As the two continue to search in the moonlight, their hands meet. Rodolfo tells Mimi his dreams, and she tells him of her simple life alone, embroidering flowers. Expressing their joy in finding each other, Mimi and Rodolfo hug and slowly leave arm in arm for the cafe. Act 2 begins in the square outside the Café Momus. Among the noise of street vendors, Rodolfo buys Mimi a bonnet, and the two join his friends at a sidewalk table outside the cafe. Musette, Marcello's former lover, arrives, accompanied by Alcindora. Trying to get Marcello's attention, Musette sings a song about her popularity. No longer wanting Alcindora's present, Musette cries out that her shoes hurt and sends Alcindora to buy a new pair. She then falls into Marcello's arms and joins his table. When the bill arrives, Musette tells the waiter to charge everything to Alcindora. Soldiers parade by and the friends follow behind. When Alcindora returns with the shoes, he discovers he's been left with the bill. The opening of Act 3 is at dawn by the tavern of the snowy suburbs of Paris. Mimi wanders in, searching for the place where Marcello and Musette now live. When the painter emerges, she tells him of her misery over Rodolfo's constant jealousy. She says she believes it is best that they part. When Rodolfo appears from the tavern, Mimi hides nearby. The poet tells Marcello that he wants to separate from his sweetheart, realizing the seriousness of her condition. But pressed for the real reason, he breaks down, saying that her coughing can only grow worse in the poverty they share. He is desperately afraid she will die of her illness. Overcome with tears, Mimi stumbles forward to bid her lover farewell. But Mimi and Rodolfo decide to remain together until spring. At the beginning of Act 4, Rodolfo and Marcello now have separated from their girlfriends and mourn over their loneliness. Colline and Chenard arrive, and to lighten their spirits, the 4 stage a dance and mock sword fights. Suddenly, Musette bursts in to tell them that Mimi is outside, too weak to come upstairs. Rodolfo carries her in. While Musette asks Marcello to sell her earrings for medicine, Colline goes off to sell his overcoat. Left alone, Mimi and Rodolfo recall the first time they met and the happy times they have spent together, but she is overcome with violent coughing. The others return and Mimi drifts into unconsciousness. When Rodolfo realizes that she is dead, he repeatedly cries out her name in grief.